I'm going to show you how to get unlimited high-paying clients if you are a SaaS or an agency using my cold DM strategy. I'm going to be giving you the exact same strategy that won me both of these awards in record time and made me a lot of money. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a special secret AI tool I use to turbocharge this entire process that could potentially help you get to 10K a month. Before we jump in though, go right down below, smash that subscribe button. And if you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Let's jump right in. So really fast, if you have no idea what cold DMing is, or just a little refresher for you, cold DMing is the simple process of you messaging businesses on social media. That's it, cold. So like cold email and cold SMS, except it's cold DMing. This gets valuable if you have a very good strategy, which is the one I'm about to share for you for free, which will turn all of these social profiles into recurring dollars. So many people do this wrong though, and I'm going to help you avoid so many pitfalls, save you so much time, and really help you out because there's a lot of misinformation about this. So buckle in. This is going to be extremely in-depth with a ton of action steps. So let's jump in and get this done so you can start making money ASAP. Okay, so this process is broken down into 3 simple steps. Number 1, find your audience. Number 2, your opening message. And number 3, your sales process. If you can nail all 3 of these, you will absolutely crush with cold DMing. What I will tell you right now is the vast majority of people kind of do number 3. That's it. I talked to so many people with this. I won the awards. I'm a cold DMing master. And it is hilarious to me because so many people will skip these 2 and just kind of do number 3. That's why they don't get results. Cold DMing is one of the most powerful ways to get clients. It's just people don't do it right. So I'm going to walk you through each of these in depth and the exact actions you need to take for this to work. So we're going to start with number 1 in this process, which is find your audience. So finding your audience is broken down into 3 very simple phases. Number 1, you need to pick your niche. Number 2, you need to find out where your niche is online. A lot of people go for TikTok when their niche is on Facebook. Big mistake. And then number 3 in this phase is gathering all the leads from that social platform so you can start messaging them. So let's quickly jump into finding your niche. So when it comes to niches, you can really pick any service-based niche. Now, I have a full video on my channel that goes in depth on the best niches to choose from. So you can watch that if you want more data on this. But really in the beginning, you just need to pick a niche. And you can use ChatGPT to help you research. You can use Spark Turo. You can look around and be like, okay, how much money does this niche make? How much does this make? In the beginning though, I'm going to be honest, just go for a basic service-based business, nothing too complicated, and you'll be fine. So for the example, we're just going to go after plumber. And I think you should do the same, or just pick landscaper, lawyer, just pick one thing and just stick with it for the beginning. Because in the future, you can always, revamp this process. But unless you already have a niche, to find a niche, you just really got to settle down with one. Or watch that video on my channel that goes into the pros and cons. I'm not going to go into that now because it's so long, but we just got to pick something in the beginning. So I'm going to stick with plumbers. So now that we've picked our niche, which is plumbers, we now need to figure out what platform plumbers are on. So I would go to ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok, any of these AIs, and ask it this very specific question, or you can just manually search on Google, but this is much, much faster. I am a SaaS agency that helps plumbers. I am doing cold DMing to get clients, and I need to know the best social platforms where plumbers reside. Click enter, and boom, it gives you the exact places in the exact way. So this is very, very important. A lot of people will find a niche and then they'll hop on TikTok or YouTube, and their people aren't on there. Facebook has the most plumbers, as you see here, then LinkedIn, then Instagram, then Nextdoor. There's just so many different places you can search for. So in this, we're just going to hit the big 3. So that is so key. I cannot reiterate this enough. You have to make sure you do this step and you find out where they're at, because so many people go to the wrong place and they're not getting plumbers. They're getting people that want to be plumbers. That's why when you do this phase and you research, you find, okay, I have my plumbers. Now, where are they? So we now know the best places to go are Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So now let's go and gather our leads on these profiles. So now that we have the niche, we know where they reside. It's now time to go in and gather all our leads. So let's check it out. So there's multiple different ways you can do this, but I suggest just going to Facebook first and typing in plumber or whatever social media platform you're using. And in here, you have a list of all the people that have plumber in their profile. It's unlimited free leads. It doesn't get any better than this. Then you can go to pages. So this shows you what businesses are here. And then even groups, which is consolidated places where all the plumbers congregate. So you now have this this entire list, okay, of plumbers at your disposal. It doesn't get any easier than this. But if you want to, and you can do the same exact process on LinkedIn and Instagram, it's the exact same thing. So please just go do this exact search for that and check that out. But you can also do this little sneaky trick. You can come to Google, okay, and you can do this very simply. Plumber Instagram, this, and then you could do Virginia, or you don't have to, whatever state you're in. You just click that and look how cool this is. It's going to pull up all of these plumber profiles. And again, you can use an extension, which is Google Show 100 Results. Now you have all of these Instagram profiles at your disposal. And again, you could do this too if you want to be very broad. And it's just going to bring all of the people. And you can do this same thing with, check it out, and it's just going to pull in all of the people. So between these ways, searching manually on social media and on Google, you have access to unlimited people pretty much. I mean, there's too many businesses for you to prospect all of them. You will run out. There's just too many businesses for you to prospect. It's basically unlimited. There's not enough time to go after everyone. Unlimited leads, which is amazing. So what I recommend you do now is you can come in a high level if you want and go to contacts and put in a bunch of these profiles and have them all organized. But I don't even recommend you do that in the beginning. So now what I recommend you do is you just leave up, okay, all of the profiles you just existed. So leave all the groups up, leave all of these guys up, and we're not going to really load these up into any social media profiles because step one is just testing. You can, if you want to be really organized, go high level, go into contacts and just upload all of these people there. So that's one way you could do. You could just quickly, upload them, but it's going to be more manual because you have to plug in each one simply. But that way you can put everyone in contacts and you have it all organized. But I wouldn't even worry about that right now. I would just leave them all up so we can start sending them messages. So step number one is complete. We have found your audience and they're all ready to go. Step number two now is the most important part in this process, which is the opening message. Let's jump into it. So the opening message is 75% of the battle. Nail the opening message and you have a 75% greater chance of making money. The right opening message equals trust. I swear this is the thing that kills people the most with cold DM. They will send a message that is like, I do websites, I have this amazing offer, blah, blah, blah. And they spam people. Does not work. It is the cardinal sin. It's the mistake that most people make when cold DMing. They think that they can create an offer good enough to send. The problem is people get that all the time, even people that aren't in business, and they're done. It doesn't even matter if you have the cure for cancer. They immediately think you're a scammer. Why? Because they've gotten it before. It's social media. Welcome to the new age. So you need to use two different kinds of messages to crack this code and build trust off the bat. Pay close attention to this part. This is so important if you want to make cash because the opening message, it's the main thing. If they don't open the message, you have 0% chance of closing them. If they open the message and they say you're an idiot and they cuss you out, guess what? You have a higher percent chance of closing them if they ignored you. I cannot be understated. The opening message is the most important thing because if you don't have the right opening message, none of this works. The first kind of opening message is what I call a shared pain point. This is a pain point that both you and the lead have in common. It is a shared pain. Example for a plumber. I legit just got scammed by some marketers. Watch out for these people. Seriously. Has this happened to you? So immediately, you're talking about marketing. You're not saying, I don't like fish. You're not being random. And most likely you did get scammed by marketers. Now you don't want to lie. You want to bring something relevant. But the idea is most people in this space have been scammed before by marketing companies, SaaS, whatever you want to call it. The way it goes. So immediately by saying this, they look at it and they go, what is this? I've experienced that too. I know that exact thing. Oh my gosh. And let me tell you, I won this exact award using the shared pain point. That was the only message I used. And I'm telling you right now, it is one of the best ways to disarm people immediately. They'll immediately be like, oh, he's not trying to sell something. Golden, please pay attention. This will get you so many more leads. I've shared this with people before in cold DMing strategy sessions where people have, hired me to consult them. And I just bring up this one thing and they will legitimately message me 5 minutes later, like, dude, it's already working. It's crazy powerful. So find a shared pain point, builds immediate trust and disarm. So what you need to do is you need to go on ChatGPT or just on paper in your mind, and you need to come up with a pain point that you share with the lead. Now, you don't want it to be something that is not related to business and marketing. This is where this can go wrong. You don't want to say, I hate peanut butter and jelly. That has nothing to do with anything, and you just sound like an idiot. Don't do that. It has to be somewhat related to both of your guys' niches. So that's what you have to do. So please, if you're going to do a shared pain point, sit down right now and figure that exact shared pain point out. And if you want to, you can drop a comment down below, message me on WhatsApp or on Facebook, completely for free, sharing your shared pain point if you want me to approve it and let you know if it's good. Number 2 is a direct call out. This is just a direct call out of their business. Example for a plumber. Your GMB says you're open, but when I call, you're closed. You're immediately just going at one thing. You're not pitching them. You're not saying your GMB is open, I can help you fit. You just immediately go, hey, why isn't this working? Or hey, I called and you didn't answer. And you're not lying. You're not saying I'm looking for a hot water installer. You don't do that, but you immediately come in with something that is just calling them out. And this works really well. Now, again, I personally think shared pain point is even more powerful, but direct call out sometimes can be really powerful and just as powerful done in the right way. So it really just makes them aware of a problem for free value. You have to actually, they have to actually have a problem. You can't just make something up. They have to actually have like, oh my gosh, what did I do? So these are the 2 different kinds of messages you can send, okay? Now that you have these, I recommend we just keep going through the video, and at the end of the video, you go back and watch this twice and start implementing. But if you want to, you can find your shared pain point or direct call out opening message, and you can go online and just start messaging these people immediately. So you could go on here, you could go to any of these people, literally anywhere. You could click this, click message, and you can just start sending the messages. Same thing, go into Facebook groups. You come right in here, you click these, Instagram, whatever. You can just go in and start messaging people this opening message right now. Very simple, very straightforward. Again, to do that, you would just hover over anyone's profile and click message, and you'll send them that exact opening message you just created. It doesn't get any easier than that. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. When you send these opening messages, one thing to be aware of is Facebook warms up your profile. You can't just send unlimited messages. They'll flag you if you send too many too fast. So I recommend starting with 10 to 20 a day. Just start sending them out and then slowly warm up to 30, 40, et cetera, et cetera. So first you just want to start low, and from there you'll gauge how well this is working because there's going to be testing involved. But from there, you just go through whether on any social media platform that you picked, remember in the earlier conversation, to find their social profiles and just go through and start manually copying and pasting that same message, whether that's a call out or a shared pain point. Okay, so we've nailed your audience. We've got your opening message. Now it is time for the sales process. This is how to turn these leads into paying clients. So this part is really important, and I actually call it the ELF process. If you ever try to remember, just remember ELF, which is explanation, lead magnet, free trial, follow-up. People will do this constantly. They'll ace the opening message. I've had this with my consulting people. I've had this with my students. They will ace the opening message. They will do so well, and they'll get people to respond, but then they immediately go to the sales pitch. And then they're like, oh, wow, so you're just trying to pitch me? There is an art to this, and it's explanation, lead magnet, free trial, follow-up, okay? The first thing you need to do is explain the shared pain point once they respond. So I've been actively trying to find a solution to bad marketers. So I just started learning myself. That's a great one for the example I used before. It's perfect. You're immediately just letting them know, I don't like marketers. So I'm just doing this by myself to just learn it. Like, amazing. No one's going to disagree with you. No one's going to get angry at the fact that you're learning how to do this. So they're like, oh, cool, interesting. And immediately disarm. So you need to find out the explanation for your opening message. And you need to come up with a good narrative to do that. So if you remember the one before, which is this right here, I legit just got scammed by marketers. Watch out for those people. You let them respond. So has this happened to you? And then what you can do is you can respond with what I just had before in this one, which is I've been actively trying to find a solution to bad marketers. So I decided learning myself. See how easy that is? You're immediately explaining, and it's not going into sales. Please don't go into sales immediately. It will kill you. You have to slowly lube them up, so to speak. You got to move in the right process. You don't want to go too hard too soon. Bad idea. Then you need a lead magnet. This can be anything, a Loom video, a free trial, whatever, okay? So then you need to move into the lead magnet. And this is really just some sort of free value. You don't have to go overboard and send them an entire free course, or don't offer the free trial because this comes in a sec. You just want to actively give them something. So this is what I would say. Can you give me feedback on this? I think it could really help your business. Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything. You have to use this phrase. It's golden. Don't worry, I'm not trying to sell you anything. You have to disarm. People will immediately be like, well, I'm trying to sell you. No, right now, you're not trying to sell them. In the future, you will be. So you're telling the truth, but you have to say this. And stuff like this where you say, hey, can you just give me feedback on this? You're not asking of a free trial. You're just being very smooth, and you can just send them a Loom video. Anything that's just like, hey, I'm new to marketing. This is so powerful, guys, because you're slowly leading them down the sales cycle and giving value and building reciprocity at the same time. It's a win-win-win. And using this kind of process, I cannot repeat this enough. It disarms them, and they will talk to you longer. This will triple your warm leads. I promise if you do this properly. It's like I've cracked the code on cold DMs, and I have the awards to prove it. I know this better than almost anyone else because I've done it so many times for so many years. So that's really the big one. Then if they respond to this and they're like, oh, I love the Loom, or I love what you said for me to get more views, whatever, you just offer them a free trial of the thing that you just showed them. Really key. You just go, hey man, totally cool. Just practicing, just testing stuff out. Can I just do this for free? You don't got to pay me at the end of it. I'm just testing stuff out. The whole goal with this, and this is a trick to free trials on Go High Level or whatever, SaaS thing you're using, is that you're not trying to get them on paid. This is really, really trippy. And a lot of people mess this up. They go, I gave them, a free trial of the AI Sales Bot, but at the end of 7 days, I had to pay them. Your goal with free trials is to try to take away a problem they have. And then when you need to, you go, hey man, I just need to get paid for this. Don't set expectations. Because if you go, at the end of 7 days, you pay me. You can do that, but so many people know that you're trying to do that. That's why if you just say, hey man, I'm just trying to set this up, then from there, it's such an easy transition. You just go right in, okay, from the free trial, and you go, hey, I just kind of need to get paid. I got upkeep going on, and not trying to make a bunch of money, but now that this works, and you'll convert way more people. A lot of people in the free trials, they're very greedy. They're like, after this, you give me this. Just give them value, solve one of their problems, and I promise you they will pay you. It just takes a little patience. There. This is probably the most important part of this process, is you need to follow up with them consistently. People have a lot going on. They're not going to be on their phones constantly scrolling, sitting around, watching Facebook videos or looking at your messages. It's attention. You have to get a hold of them. They have so many other people hitting up. They have family, friends, people dying. I mean, it's getting married, babies. It's so much stuff going on that you have to stick out. And the only way you can stick out is by dominating someone's notifications. And if they don't have notifications turned on, dominating their feed. That's it. People don't get this. This is the code. This is the way you crack it. I recommend you follow up every other day if you have a warm lead. And you don't have to say crazy stuff like, hey man, why did you do it? Just say simple stuff like, hey man, how is everything? Hey, did this make sense? Can I help with this, or can I help with that? Because if you continually show up, two things will happen. Number one, if they're the kind of person that does need your stuff, eventually they'll remember to go with you. So that's the first thing. The second thing, by you constantly showing up, it means that you're legit and not a scammer. A lot of people give up way too fast and they're like, oh, I'm done with it. I can't tell you how many people that I would do this for, especially plumbers, lawyers, where after a while they're like, dude, you have to be legit. You're trying too hard. Like the other people that messaged me, they gave up a while ago. You keep trying. And you can always tell them it's because I have such a good product. I believe in what I'm doing. And that's where you will really crush with this, is in the follow-up. So let's do a quick recap of the ELF sales process. Explanation. Explain your opening message in a good way. Lead magnet. Have something of free value. It can be anything. Even you just saying get more reviews. Free trial. Give them a free trial of the lead magnet. Last but not least, which is follow-up, which is just you keep going up until they come up with a decision to go with you in the free trial. It's that simple. Now that you understand this and you've sent your opening message and you're doing all this stuff and you're like, oh, this is cool, I want to go over one last little pro tip in this ELF sales process. This is going to help you a lot. And that is a multi-dimensional attack via DMs. Now, this is just a little pro tip that I think a lot of people miss out. And I think I am one of the very few people to do this, especially with the voice memos, that I'm going to explain a really, really filthy trick that will get you a lot of sales. You don't just want to be copying and pasting messages. You want to have other ways to text. The first thing is the way in which you should talk to people. Very small, but very important. Short, simple messages that sound like you're texting a friend important info. Scammers don't message like this. Scammers send long messages with yes, sir, thank you, sir, and all this random shit. Don't do that. Send them messages like you're a human. Remember, half of the battle is them not thinking you're a scam, because social media is chock full of scammers. So short, simple messages that sound like you're texting in for important info. Again, message me on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, comment down below. If you have any questions, I'll answer for free. I'll guide you through this process. Very important. Then my ultimate hack, okay? The best hack of them all, voice memos. Voice memos build immediate trust and show that you are a real person. Pro tip, pre-recorded voice memos. You can create messages on your phone and you can pre-record them, whether it's Android or iPhone. A, it makes you look more real, but B, it saves you so much time you can scale. So let me show you exactly what I am talking about. So you come in your phone, you can go to something like voice memos. So you can come in right in here, you click voice memos and you can create these. So you can click this red button to record. But what you can do if you want to build it, you can just come right in here and you can basically have a pre-recorded one. So let me play this for you. How's it going? I just want feedback on this because it's basically just how to help your business grow on Google. And again, man, I'm not trying to sell you anything, so don't worry. Just a little feedback because I think this really could help your business. Boom. Look how easy it is. Now let me show you a trick. And you can do this on Android, anything. You can click these three dots and you can click share. share. Okay. And from there, you can come right into Messenger or whatever platform you're using and send it to someone. So let's say we wanted to send it to Declan O'Reilly. We click that right there, and then we just click send. And what this will do is this will now send a message to whoever wants this exact copied and paste message. So if we come to Declan O'Reilly, okay, boom, right there. Look at that. Look how cool that is. You can go in and just continually send stuff, and it's so simple and so straightforward. And that really will absolutely crush, okay? So these last two little tips will help you so much. Now I want to go into, okay, how to use an AI tool that will turbocharge. So now we go to your strategy. Real quick, if you're finding value from this or you like this, I have a 30-day free trial down below of Go High Level, okay? Not a 14-day, an exclusive free trial where if you sign up with that link, you'll get access to me one-on-one, snapshots, courses and communities, private coaching, private live stream, the whole 9 yards. You know, it's just on how to master getting clients, trainings on how to master stuff like Go High Level and AI, the whole 9 yards. It is completely free if you have high level. So please go check that out because it will help you so much and it's completely free. Okay, so now that you watched the entire video, these are the steps you need to take right now to start making money. Number one, find your audience. That's finding your niche, finding where they're on, and then gather all the leads like I showed you. Number two, find your opening message, create your opening message, then send that opening message to all the leads you gathered. Number three is follow the ELF process and follow up. So do that exact same thing, explain, go through, and you will crush. It's very simple. It may take a couple days to weeks to kind of like fine tune your messaging. But if you do this as soon as today, I promise you, you will get people reaching back to you. And then from there, you just need to hone your skills, have pre-recorded voice memos, and go in and you will print dollars, I promise. But you have to do it the right way in order for this to happen. So now the part you have all been waiting for, how to use AI to do this entire process for you. Now, in order for this to work, there's a big disclaimer. You have to have already done and had some success with the manual thing I just showed you. If you immediately jump to this AI tool I'm about to show you, none of this stuff's going to work. Like you have to first have beta testing and you have to understand how this process works. So first, go and do all of the steps that I just told you to do. In these 3 steps, message me and ask for feedback so you can start. Because once you have this dialed in, I am now going to show you how to use AI to just turbocharge this entire process. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So the AI tool is called FlowChat. Okay. And you can literally do this on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, TikTok. I mean, literally every social media platform, you can use this AI tool. And this AI tool basically brings in leads. It sucks them. I'm going to walk you through it. And it just messages them, follows up with them, and does everything for you. Now, I want to show you this. You can go to this and watch this video. This is a video where I won this award. It was $100,000 in 3 months, passively, almost entirely profit. This is unheard of. You don't just merely make that much with that high of profit. Most people, okay, when they're running ads, they make a lot of money, but they spend so much money or these other things. It was literally like the most hands-off thing. I would come here and click run automation and it would just do everything for me. And AI and all this stuff would just do the work for me, go through, message all these people and just absolutely crush. I mean, it blew my mind. Again, 100K, you can watch this video, this interview with Sean, the founder of FlowChat, and how I did it, which is 100K in 3 months, 0 ad spend, almost all profit. It's like 98% profit, passively, sitting on my cheeks. It was amazing, okay? But in order for this to work, you have to have the rest of the process dialed in. But let me quickly give you a little teaser of how awesome FlowChat is. You can come to any social profile, anywhere, anything, whatever, you name it, and you can look at all. So you go, cool, look at all these leads. And you just click auto scroll. And what this is going to do is it's going to go through and just pull all the leads and put them in your pipeline in there. It's got AI and automation, smart stuff to go in and just plug all this, and it's just going to rack all these, and it's just going to go. It's going to keep going. You can do this on all of those social media platforms I just showed: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Reddit, Telegram, WhatsApp. I mean, go high level communities, school communities, whatever you want, it does it. So this is too many leads. We're like, oh God, this is out. We're going to click stop auto scroll. I'm going to click import profiles. And then we're going to pick the exact profile I want. So we're going to come right in here. We're going to click plumber pipeline and we're going to select imported prospects. And we're just going to click start importing. And as simple as this, it's going to go. And remember, this exact, look at this, empty, 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 empty. Okay. Watch this. It's going to go and it's going to pull all of those leads and automatically put them in my pipeline. Boom. Look how fast that was. Leads processed. We come right in here. We refresh the page and look at that. All of those leads pulled in within seconds. Now, all I have to do is set a basic automation. I come in here, I pick a basic message. Okay. I come right in here. Okay. I'll do, let's do send direct message. And again, you can friend them. You can comment on the profile. You can do all kinds of stuff. You do whatever you want. And you just send them a message. You pick the message you want to send and you just send them. And all these people will just start getting messages. Then you put them in a pipeline where it follows up and it will do all of this for you. Again, 100K in 3 months, sitting on my butt, barely working, fully automated. Okay. Yes, I have an affiliate link for this. I have used it. I have absolutely balled out with it. If you sign up using my affiliate link, I will help you with this process and show you all my secrets. Here's the thing though. This is where I'm going to be the good Samaritan and show you something very important. I do not recommend you set this tool because it's not super cheap, but I do not recommend you set this up if you do not have a process. Please, it won't work if you're completely new. You have to do the manual stuff first. That's me being your older brother, older sister, whatever you want to call it, and just giving you real advice. I don't want you to buy something that you don't know how to use. I'm really not trying to make money off this. I'm trying to help you crush it. But you're really not going to crush it if you haven't done the manual stuff. This will blow you away. It will turbocharge everything if you use it properly. Again, you got all the social profiles in the world. This thing plugs in. It will do just what I said. Pull all those leads from wherever you want. You can go into Facebook groups. You can go, and I mean, it'll just take everybody. It's terrifying how powerful this thing is. But if you don't have the process, it's not going to work. Like, please, I want to make this clear. I truly help all my students and I really want them to win. You can see the testimonials. I truly care. But I also want people to do this in the right way. So in order for this to work and the AI to follow up and message them and have conversations with them, you have to have something in place first. Otherwise, this entire process won't work and you won't build up anything and you won't sell high level and you won't do anything. You just have to have a process built up in order for this to absolutely crush and get you clients. So please be careful. Let me know if you have questions on this. I'll walk you through it. But this is the kind of thing where you only want to use this if you have the process dialed in. It's dumping gasoline on the fire. The fire has to be there. If you just dump gasoline on the ground, it's not going to light anything on fire. So the fire has to be there, which is the first steps. So thank you for watching. Make sure you go and immediately implement all this stuff. If you have any questions, drop them down below. Send me a message on Facebook for free or message me on WhatsApp. So go implement all that. And at the end of this video, I'm going to link a video called 21 different ways for you to get clients. Please watch it. It's going to pop up at the end of this video. That will absolutely help you find other ways too, if this is not your kind of strategy, to get clients for your SaaS agency, go high-level agency, whatever you have, and really help you turbocharge this entire experience, which will really help you crush it. So please go check it out. It's going to be linked right at the end of this video. I'll catch you later.